more. Mark Hespen has some breaking news now that who might end up in control of the Senate.
Well, that's right, Dawn and Stacey. Before I get into this, hold it right there. We do have some breaking news from the Associated Press. We can now confirm from the Associated Press, former President Donald Trump has won North Carolina, the first of the swing states to go towards one of the candidates. So that is a significant break there. Also, Virginia, which was the surprise early on over the last 3 hours. People really keep an eye on Virginia. It's a really close race, but the Associated Press has called that for Vice President Kamala Harris. So she was expected to win that state. We do officially have two flipped seats in the Senate. The Associated Press has called Republican Jim Justice the winner of the Senate race in West Virginia. He took down Democratic challenger Glenn Elliott. This is a Senate gain for the Republicans who came into the night trailing in the Senate 51-49. And we do have now a breaking news, a second flip, according to the AP. Republican candidate Bernie Moreno defeated Democrat incumbent Sherrod Brown. But it should be noted the Associated Press has not yet called the race in Texas for Senator Ted Cruz, even though he currently leads his race by 9 percentage points. That's with about 72% reporting. That seat was one the Democrats were hoping to flip. As of right now, it appears as though the Republicans will at least have a 50-50 split in the Senate with still plenty of races to go. They started the night without control of the Senate. They very much could end the night with control of the Senate. We'll have to see what happens, of course, at the White House as well. Dawn and Stacey, back to you.
Thank you, Mark. Boy, so interesting.
Yeah,
how it's all playing out.
Of course, and we're going to catch up a little later, see how the battle for the White House is unfolding. As we know, it's minute by minute right now. Don't forget, you can see all of our coverage on air and online by heading over to our website, newschannel20.com.
Earlier, we talked about the battle for the U.S. Senate, and now it's time to look at how certain states are splitting their ballots.
Yeah, we're joined once again by Mark Hespen to break down what's happening in certain governor races across the U.S. Mark?
Yeah, Dawn and Stacey, we have some interesting developments. The early called gubernatorial races that have already been called by the AP show some real split ticket voting, especially in one key battleground state. Now, the AP has officially called North Carolina governor's race to the Democrat Josh Stein. He took down Republican candidate Mark Robinson. But as we know now, North Carolina has just been called for President Trump, which means people are actually going into the polls today, voting for President Trump at a Republican presidential candidate and a Democratic gubernatorial candidate. That also happened in Vermont and New Hampshire. I do want to mention here the race to 270 for the White House is getting really interesting here as we're approaching 11 o'clock Central Time. Georgia has still not been called by the Associated Press. 91% reporting for Georgia. Former President Trump has a lead, an almost 2-point lead, and over 140,000 vote lead in Georgia, according to the Associated Press right now. If former President Trump were to hang on to Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, it looks like Vice President Kamala Harris must sweep Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania to have a chance to end up in the White House. And as of right now, former President Trump, according to the Associated Press, is leading in Wisconsin, Michigan, and also Pennsylvania as well. So a couple of unique split party ballot situations popping up early, but as of right now, the focus on 270 is getting really tight for the Harris campaign, especially with the Associated Press numbers coming in right now that Trump is leading in the blue wall like he did in 2016. Dawn and Stacey.
Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.